understand what a sports car can do, there is no better car in the world than Porsche for that. For a 346 for a cold road. Tires are getting their warm up, you know. Savage!
Okay everyone, now before we get to that, today's video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is what happens if you take a big blockbuster film and a massive online console game and then you squeeze them all together on your phone. It's a free-to-play game that you can play on your phone and your desktop, and it truly sets itself apart from the rest. What I love about this game is that there's always something to do. Literally, I cannot believe how many different battles, challenges, and opportunities there are to unlock new stuff. The production quality and the level of detail is second to none. Raid's constantly adding new things to do, like new bosses to beat, new champions within each faction to unlock, new achievements, the list goes on. Right now there's 16 different factions in the game, and my favorite among them are the High Elves. Not only are they powerful in battle, but the female champions are great eye candy. The Queen of Arabia is hot as hell. And last month, Raid finally released their largest update ever, the Doom Tower. It's this giant tower with 120 floors, a bunch of secret challenge rooms, and 12 seriously badass bosses to take on. There's really never been a better time to start playing, and here's the best part. Raid's team is giving away a bunch of free goodies, plus a super special champion to help get everyone started in the tower, Bulwark. Very, very powerful champion, and he's a huge help fighting against the bosses in this tower. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description, and if you're a new player, you'll receive the Void Champion Bulwark, 50 gems, an XP booster, some energy refills, and even an ancient shard as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here, and know that these rewards will only be available for the next 30 days, so don't miss out, get started right now. So guys, with all that being said, check the link in the description down below, get started with Raid Shadow Legends today, you won't regret it. Talk to you soon.
I don't know how we got away with this today, but the weather is actually beautiful. So we thought, while we could enjoy a 50+ degree weather here in Maryland, we would do a walk around video of my new GT3RS. Well, new. I bought it used, yes. I bought it from a gentleman who barely touched the car, just under 2,000 miles. Everybody's been wondering what's been happening with my GT2RS. And it's funny, I know this might sound strange to a lot of you, but the GT2RS was too much car for what its purpose wanted to be for me. I love the car, the color, the memory of buying it with me and doing all that stuff. It was a hell of a car. But no matter what I did with it, unless I were to go and basically rebuild the whole thing and do a full built engine, I was never going to get 1,000 horsepower out of it. And you're turning into it when you want a track car, that's totally not the right kind of track car you want. You don't need a ton of horsepower to be fast around a track. This is the ultimate track car. No matter what, people ask me, what should be my first car? What car should I get? The car you should get, always your first car, is a Porsche. Because to understand what a sports car can do, there is no better car in the world than Porsche for that. What you see here is a 2019 GT3RS. I even have the new 2021, technically, I think they're going to call it GT3RS, or GT3, excuse me, GT3. or the GT3RS on order. I have a slot for the GT3. I can get the RS as well. So that's good news. Surprise, Jimbo. So this car is in lizard green. The other one, my GT2 was pastel orange. It was a very rare color. It's also one of 5. This is one of their common colors. A lot of the GT3s come like this. This one's been modded up a little bit, not a ton, but it has Peter from 1016 Industries full carbon kit on it. It's a fantastic kit on it. It's literally every single piece of carbon all around the fins, the lower side skirts, the front lip. The front lip actually is the one thing I'm scared of. The parts on this car, when the stock ones, I think a front lip's like $300 to replace, $300 or $400. This thing's gonna be $1,000, whatever. And that's the first thing that gets screwed up on these cars. It does have a lift, but that's the first thing that gets screwed up. One of the big things I love on this car is these wheels. These are the stock wheels. I think they look incredible. They just have a nice presence about it. They're black. They have this great all kind of offset fin. I think it looks beautiful. Another thing I always do on all my Porsches is I change the caliper color because I hate yellow.
I actually could see.
Can we just paint the calipers real quick?
Paint the calipers orange as well.
I don't know why someone put a yellow caliper on this green car. They're anthracite gray. They're not black. So I did it like an offset color, so it has a little bit of tone to it, and I did it in the lizard green paint with the Porsche logo. I just think it's the way a Porsche should have done these cars. You should have an option. Now apparently with the new ones, you have the option to paint the yellow caliper black, which I would do immediately. It has full headers and has IPE exhaust. So the sound on it's great. This car literally, from 1016, has every carbon piece on it, which is it's just gorgeous. It really makes all the difference on this car. I did do a stripe delete on the side. I think, you know, cleanliness wise, it looks better. It looks a little more sleek, a little less busy. So some of the things I want to do to this car are Manti racing parts. They are the ultimate Porsche builder parts. They build everything that makes this car more aerodynamic, perform better. There are no engine enhancements for it. It is all based on aero. Some of the things they do, which I'm doing, are going to be the winglets for my rear spoiler. They're going to do the upgraded cooling brake lines for it. So for track purposes, they also make racing pads for the carbon, which I will do. We're going to do the front carbon canards for it. And they also have something that's cool. They have the magnesium wheels, which I'm not a huge fan of the magnesium, the way they look. I like magnesium wheels because they're light, but they also make these aero discs for the car, which, you know, is very, very cool. They make an aero disc for the rear that it just makes it look just like a freaking, you know, aerodynamic track car. It's crazy. But you can't do that. You can't get those without doing the upgraded magnesium wheels, at least I think. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to see if I can do those. I think it'd be very badass, and just this sort of like disc with just the green Porsche logo and Manti Racing on it. So this thing is also a YSAC package car. So it has the very cool interior in green. It's got all the carbon parts inside. We will be doing a cage on the inside. That is also going to happen. And I also have, for my track, I got the new Garmin telemetry system, which is going to be amazing. The screen's too big. I do like the Solos better, because the Solos you can put in the corner here and you can see what's going on. But man, this thing has camera, records track. It is amazing. So check this thing out. It's pretty rad. What else we got in this car? I got my Draggy ready to go. Let's go see what it does. So with doing this, do you have a particular time or whatnot that you think it's
gonna do?
Oh, I think it'll do a 11's probably on the quarter.
11 and a quarter. So 0 to 60 is something you're shooting for?
I don't know. I'm really not shooting for anything at the moment. I kind of just wanted to just play with it and see what it would do.
These are ancient, these race logic things, the V-boxes.
Yeah, but they're great.
Yeah.
They work.
They work, exactly.
All the
you got
work.
it. So what'd you get?
That was terrible. That was awful. I slid like a pig.
So what are we going for first here?
Just curious if it's working. Can you see it?
I can see it. It is...
0 to 60 in 4 points.
Is that what it says? I can barely read it from where I am. Good gosh. What did you get? 3, what does that say? 3.4?
Yeah. That's not bad. 3.4 for a 3.46 for a cold road.
Mm-hmm.
Tires are getting their warm up, you know.
It does rev quite high though, and it sounds glorious. What's the red line on this thing?
8,500.
That's tremendous.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I want the race logic in here. I want to see what this thing does.
You think it's gonna do something better than the Porsche there?
Well, yeah, because it's got a lot more horsepower. It's got more weight. It's all-wheel drive, so it should pick it up well. So let's go check it out.
Okay. What are the different modes on this? Good Jesus! God! That hurt my back. That hurt my back. There is a lot of nice lighting in this car. I never noticed any of this prior. Even the Quattro thing lights up. The blue and the red.
Every time I get in this car, it surprises the hell out of me.
What does that say? 3.2? God, yeah.
3.24.
Well, you gotta give the Porsche credit where credit is due then, because it did it in 3.4.
Holy shit.
But that felt like we were about to take off. It really did.
3.2 seconds in a 4,500-pound station wagon.
It almost feels like you're getting away with something, how fast this car is. Ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. Now for the viewers at home, I'm gonna try and give you an idea of how hard this thing accelerates, because video won't do it justice. I'm gonna hold the camera here.
That makes sense, yep. I mean,
and this is probably gonna come flying towards me, so. Jesus Christ.
I think everything said and done, this thing is going to be preposterous.
Are you
I think
doing anything else to this car other than the tune?
I've been talking to Jose.
I've been talking to
and I'm like, because to be honest with you, I know the internet wants me to get Trackhawk, but a Trackhawk's not me as a car. It's amazing. I think it's awesome. I'm nothing against them. I think they're awesome. I just don't want that car. I want like the car that I really enjoy and love, which is this car. I'd like this thing to destroy a Trackhawk.
That would be cool.
And it was, oh, it's so heavy and all that stuff. Well, so's a Trackhawk.
Yeah.
You know, I want this thing to do, and I know they can do it. I want it to do a 9.5 quarter.
Good God, 9.5.
I'm going to need about 1,000 horsepower.
Uh-huh.
Which means I'm going to have to do a turbo upgrade. Look at the turning radius of this car.
That is absurd. That was a...
No way.
Can you make it? Can you make that? Normal three-way neighborhood turn right there. So what's the normal path of upgrading that people have done so far on this?
We're at a stage 2 right now.
Okay.
Stage 2, downpipes, tune, exhaust. We've got suspension upgrade.
What's stage 3? Is there a stage stupid?
And then you go to a built engine.
So that's stage stupid.
Stage 4 is where you basically rip the motor out and you build all billet components, new, trans, everything, and you make this into an absolute monster. Then you're talking about what could be potentially, because remember, you've seen Huracans with the crazy numbers. This is a V8 twin turbo. I think this is 1,400, 1,500 horsepower. So your first car, making a Porsche. God, I said Porsche the whole time, didn't I? This is my Porsche.
Porsche.
So, on your first car, make it a Porsche. There is no substitute.